You may have heard spiritual teachers and kind of gurus and sages and perhaps yoga teachers, people like that, meditation people, talking about thoughts and saying things like, you are not your thoughts. And I think I've even said this before, you are not your thoughts. Okay, so I just want to talk about that for a minute, because we are human beings and we have a brain, and apart from the physiology stuff that goes through our brain, like the biological stuff, the only other thing that goes through our brain is thoughts. We think. That's what makes us human beings. Now, we can't stop our thinking. We can't pause our thinking. Our thinking will just keep going, whatever. So we clearly are our thoughts on lots and lots of levels, because our thoughts can create a feeling, and we are creatures of feeling as well. And our thoughts then create a feeling, which create behavior, and then behavior creates our experience of life, and then of course our experience of life creates our reality. So of course we are a product of our thinking. So by that token, we must be a product of our thoughts. We are our thoughts. So when they say things like, you are not your thoughts, or don't believe your thoughts, then what are we supposed to believe? I just don't understand. And that to me is kind of confusing. Now, I'm a therapist and I see people all the time, people who have, really kind of serious psychological issues, ranging from severe anxiety to down, low depression. And if I turned around and said to these people, don't believe your depression or your anxiety, don't believe your thoughts, well, that just wouldn't work. It wouldn't resonate with them, because they're clearly in that feeling, they are living that feeling. And, like today, I woke up, I don't know if you can see, but it's really, really foggy. It's a really, really foggy day. There you go. You can't really see it now, but this morning it was totally, totally foggy. So foggy that you couldn't really see, a foot in front of you. And now, an hour and a half later, the fog is starting to lift, it's not sunny, but you can see a little bit clearer around, you see? The fog doesn't stay, and quite a lot of the time my clients will come in and say to me, it feels like my head is foggy, I can't think straight, there's this heaviness within my mental state of mind. And I say to them, well, what do you want? What do you want instead? And they said, I want to feel clear-headed, clear-minded, light-headed. And the fog does lift with the right practices in place. But I do think that one of the practices isn't to tell yourself that you are not your thoughts. Because then when you feel so connected to your thinking, that causes some kind of disturbance anyway. It's an incongruent thinking to think that you're not your thoughts. How about thinking, yes, I am my thoughts. I am a product of my thoughts. I am definitely influenced by my thoughts, because my behavior is influenced by my thoughts. Therefore, how can I possibly retrain my thoughts to create the best experience for myself? Or if I can't change my thinking, how can I accept it? How can I accept that I'm feeling grumpy today? How can I accept that there's fog and it will lift? It will pass. Thoughts do pass, like emotions do pass. They pass because we are dynamic creatures. Sometimes we can get fixated and stuck on a thought loop or a thought pattern, and the thought continues to regurgitate around your mind. And that is when I guess it causes unhealthy behaviors and unhealthy lifestyles. That's that repetitive obsessional quality. And that's usually something that you can do something about when you notice it. A behavior that is repetitive is just literally a habit. So when you notice that you have a habit, you then realize it's not a habit anymore, it can become a choice. Well, you have to notice the habit for it to become a choice. And that's something you can do with training. But to say to yourself, you are not your thoughts, I think can be a little bit dangerous, because that causes a lot of confusion. To understand that, yes, we are human beings and we can be definitely a product of our thinking, but we can also be dynamic enough to, if we know what we're doing, change our thinking, therefore change our experiences. That is so much more healthy. So I just thought I would share that little bit of that idea with you. And of course, everything I talk about are just my own ideas and my own thoughts. They're neither true or false. They're just what I think, and people disagree, people agree, and that's just how it is. So there are my thoughts for the day. And I'm looking forward to this fog lifting. Have a good day yourselves. Bye.